This is Plant-Based Briefing, The Importance of Fiber in Gut Health and Hormonal Balance, Part 1 by Robbins at foodrevolution.org. I'm Marian Erickson. This is the Plant-Based Podcast where I curate and narrate with permission a variety of articles on plant-based and vegan living in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. Today's is longer than that, so it's a two-parter. I'm reading Part 1 today and tune back in tomorrow for the second half. So now let's get to today's Plant-Based Briefing. The Importance of Fiber in Gut Health and Hormonal Balance, Part 1 by Robbins at foodrevolution.org. Summary: hormonal balance affects your longevity, weight, and mood, and new research is telling us that the cornerstone of balanced hormones is your gut microbiome, which it turns out depends on fiber. So can eating more fiber really help you to lose weight, live longer, and feel better? The world's first telephone exchange was set up in New Haven, Connecticut in 1878. It connected 21 customers, including the local drugstore and post office, so running it wasn't exactly a demanding job in those early days. The first switchboard operators were a couple of teenage boys, which made sense. That's who worked in the telegraph offices that phones would eventually replace. But as the number of telephone owners increased and the switchboard work became more challenging, managers came to the shocking conclusion that teen boys might not be the demographic best suited to the job. Apparently, they tended to lose focus easily. They engaged in frequent bouts of roughhousing, and according to Marion May Dilts, author of the 1941 book The Telephone in a Changing World, when some other diversion held their attention, they would leave a call unanswered for any length of time, and then return the impatient subscriber's profanity with a few original oaths. So, by the end of World War I, the job of switchboard operator was mainly associated with women, who were relied upon to patch call after call through to the correct party, to facilitate communication and coordination in all areas of national life, and to do so in an effective and efficient manner. Much like a switchboard operator used to facilitate communication and patch phone calls to the correct party, hormones have a similar job in your body. Your cells, tissues, organs, and various systems also frequently need to talk to each other. And it's crucial that the right message gets sent at exactly the right time to the right destination. Hormones are the chemical messengers that relay information throughout your body, coordinating every aspect of your health and physiology. When you're healthy and in balance, that communication system works with exquisite orchestration, enabling all parts of your body to help each other get the job done. When something's awry in your hormonal balance, however, you can experience unpleasant symptoms that sometimes devolve into outright disease. One of the systems most responsible for the production and deployment of hormones is your microbiome, those 100 trillion cells that aren't you exactly but live in you and on you, and take on many of the critical functions that keep you alive. When you nourish your microbiome on a fiber-rich diet, it manages the switchboard of your endocrine or hormone system with care, like a competent and conscientious adult. When your microbiome is undernourished and fiber-deprived, however, it can create the wrong kinds of hormones at the wrong times, causing chaos throughout the body. In this article, we're going to look at the microbiome and how fiber impacts its makeup and function. We'll also explore the link between fiber, gut health, and specific hormonal disorders and diseases. Hormonal imbalance. Hormones are essential to human health. In your body, hormones help regulate growth and development, metabolism, sexual function, reproduction, and mood. If hormone levels are too high or too low, that may represent a normal and temporary fluctuation, or it could indicate a chronic hormone disorder. Hormones can lead to problems not just in deficiency or excess, but also if the target sites in your body don't respond to the hormones the way they're supposed to. Hormonal imbalances can occur for many reasons, including life changes like puberty, pregnancy, and menopause, bouts of extreme stress, environmental factors, and certain medications. But one of the biggest factors determining the health of your hormonal system is the health of your gut, specifically your gut microbiome, which regulates the levels of many critical hormones in your body. The microbiome's role in human health. The microbiome is more than just a series of microorganisms taking up residence in your gut. The bacteria, viruses, and single-celled organisms that live there interact with and adapt to your bodily systems. There are many beneficial bacteria strains in the microbiome, and a few harmful ones that can end up there too. Together, these critters regulate metabolism, help you digest food and absorb the nutrients it contains, and support your immune system. All important stuff. And nowhere are they more crucial than their role in supporting the endocrine system. Your gut microbes participate in regulating the levels of reproductive, immune, and metabolic hormones. In other words, they're pretty darn crucial to your hormonal and overall health. The relationship between gut health and fiber. Factors such as age, lifestyle, and genetics all contribute to the makeup of your microbiome, but one of the biggest determinants is the food you eat. As a result, your microbiome is constantly changing based on what you feed it. And the number one nutrient that beneficial bacteria love, which will make them stick around, reproduce like crazy, and generally have a nonstop party, is fiber. Types of fiber. There are two main types of fiber, soluble and insoluble. The most important difference, of course, is that insoluble fiber has 2 more letters and therefore will give you a better Scrabble score. Aside from that, soluble fiber also dissolves in water, while insoluble fiber does not. Insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber adds bulk to your stools and acts like a broom, cleaning out your digestive tract. It also promotes healthy bowel movements and helps with insulin sensitivity, both of which have an impact on hormonal health. Soluble fiber. We can further divide soluble fiber into 2 categories, viscous and fermentable. Viscous fiber is the kind that forms a gel when it comes in contact with water in your digestive tract. Its main claims to fame are that it helps to balance blood sugar and lowers cholesterol. Fermentable fiber doesn't do much for us directly, but don't turn up your nose at it just yet. It's food for a select group of gut bacteria, probiotics. That's why you may know fermentable fiber by another name, prebiotics. Without prebiotics, probiotic gut bacteria starve, and since nature abhors a vacuum, a gut without probiotic bacteria becomes a playground for harmful bacteria to colonize and wreak havoc on your health. One specific type of prebiotic called resistant starch has an especially crucial role. It impacts insulin sensitivity and helps produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, in the gut. These SCFAs keep your gut and immune system healthy as they circulate throughout your body, regulating inflammation and talking to your cells and tissue. For a deeper dive on this topic, check out our article on prebiotics, probiotics, and the little-known postbiotics linked here. All of the types of fiber are essential for an optimally functioning digestive system. To the extent that your diet is deficient in fiber, your microbiome will be out of whack. That's not medical jargon, in case you were wondering. And that can not only cause digestive problems, but can lead to a cascade of problems due to your hormonal system's reliance on the microbiome to provide a pool of well-behaved chemical messengers. Fiber's impact on insulin. Insulin is one of the most important hormones in the body. Without it, your cells can't get the energy they need, and blood sugars become dangerously high. When your pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin, or when your body loses the ability to use insulin properly, a condition called insulin resistance, the result is diabetes. You need insulin to move sugar in your blood into energy that powers your body, but it does a bunch of other stuff as well, like regulating blood pressure, storing fat, and promoting cell growth. But insulin is a double-edged sword, and too much insulin can lead to obesity, cardiovascular disease, and decreased lifespan. When fiber can't make up for a malfunctioning pancreas, it can help your body to need less insulin by reducing insulin resistance through its support of beneficial gut microbiota. These bacteria enhance the communication between the gut and other tissues that are involved in insulin and glucose balance. Fiber signals them to increase insulin sensitivity, so less of the hormone is required to shuttle glucose from the bloodstream to the cells that need it. And fiber itself lowers blood sugar directly by slowing the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. A 2019 study on adolescents found several interesting things. First, only 2 of the over 750 participants in the study met the U.S. daily fiber intake recommendations. Second, both insoluble and soluble fiber intakes were inversely associated with fasting insulin and insulin resistance markers, meaning the less fiber the adolescents ate, the more insulin was required to turn their food into usable energy. And third, lower fiber intake of all types was associated with higher insulin levels, which, as we've seen, can cause all sorts of long-term health problems. A 2020 meta-analysis also found that dietary fiber could significantly reduce HbA1c and fasting blood glucose in patients with type 2 diabetes. And soluble fiber in particular, such as the beta-glucan found in whole grains and some mushrooms, can do good things for glucose levels and insulin responses, especially those mediated by hormones produced by the gut. You just listened to The Importance of Fiber in Gut Health and Hormonal Balance, Part 1 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson. Tune in tomorrow for the second half of this article, where you'll hear about fiber, sex hormones, and cancer incidence, including breast cancer and prostate cancer, fiber, satiety hormones, and obesity, and some fiber-rich and hormone-balancing recipes. So please share this episode with anyone who might benefit, and thanks for listening.